In this clip, we're going to talk about the best tools to run experiments with to help your marketing skyrocket. Before we do, whatever platform you're on, don't forget to subscribe if you like tips on sales, marketing, and personal growth. And when it comes to running experiments, here's the caveat I want to make. There is a difference between, and one of the guys that I know that was on the Growth Everywhere podcast, Andy Johns, he wrote a couple of essays recently about how there's a difference between innovation and experimentation. And the companies that spend too much time on experimentation and not enough on innovation, they're going to start seeing diminishing returns. So that's kind of the word of caution I want to give you. I'm not saying running experiments are not important, but you don't want to spend 80 to 90% of your time running experiments, or maybe you might, if you're big enough, you might want to have a team just focus on experiments and one team focus on innovation. So with that caveat aside, one of the tools I like when it comes to running experiments is Google Optimize because it's free. It is an A/B testing tool that allows you to run experiments. Doesn't cost you any money. It's not like the other platforms out there. And what you basically do is, if I want to test the font that I'm using, the copy that I have in a certain button, the headline that I have, I can just use Google Optimize, and that makes it very easy to get things going. And kind of combined with Google Optimize, which is free, you can use Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager is also free. You can, once you basically have that installed, you can add different snippets of code to your site. You don't want to add too many to slow yourself down, but you add these snippets of code to your site, and what you can do is basically you're not going to require your engineers or your developers to help you consistently add code, right? And you can also run kind of unique tests. You can add different testing tools in there, but again, you don't want to add too many snippets, or else you're going to drive everyone crazy. You're going to drive your users crazy. You're going to drive your developers crazy, your designers crazy. Everyone's going to be mad at you because you're a marketer. Okay, you don't want to do that. Now, the other thing too is, look, there's A/B testing. We talked about Google Tag Manager too, but there's also SEO A/B testing tool. And not to toot my own horn here, but you can do this by yourself. You can test kind of titles and meta descriptions. This is also known as pre-post testing. So you're testing the before and after. What you're trying to do here is you're looking for pages that have a lot of, where you're getting a lot of impressions. So Google's actually showing you a lot of times, but you're not getting a high enough click-through rate. Your title's not good enough, or your description's not good enough to bring people to the point of sale. So you can do this by just opening up Google Search Console, which is also free, and then you can kind of do like a pre-post test, right? Like pre is the before title, post is the after title. You see how it performs after time. It does add a lot of value. For example, if I'm getting like 10 million impressions a month on a page, and I'm only getting like a 1% click-through rate, man, if I got that to like a 2% click-through rate, that's going to be, instead of 100,000 clicks, that's additional 100,000 clicks a month for 200,000 clicks. That's additional 1.2 million visitors a year. And you do the math. What is your average order value? Also your conversion rate. You multiply it by your traffic. How much more money are you going to make from doing that? Okay, so you can do that manually, or you can use a tool that we have, the tool that we created called ClickFlow, which is a traffic growth tool. That's kind of the category that we're creating around it. Clickflow.com, and it's going to make it a lot easier. You can basically test at scale, and you can test different elements on your page. And also we're doing a lot of kind of nifty things with that, just clickflow.com. But also, we're not quite done there, because when you think about when you're running ads, you are running experiments there too. So ideally, you are, especially when you're running Google, you're running one ad against another, right? It's almost a cardinal sin to be running ads and not to have one ad running against another. I would caution against running multivariate, because what happens is it's hard to kind of see what a true winner is over time. You're better off just testing one at 50-50, and then instead of doing 25-25, 25-25, because who knows what else is going to happen. Maybe you have some, let's say, maybe you're running some kind of discount or some sale, or seasonality happens, or there's just a lot of different variables, and just, you know, having 2 variables is already enough. When you add like 4 or more, it starts to get more and more confusing. So you want to be testing also your email subject lines, and like what we use right now is we use Drip, and they also give you the ability to kind of A/B test different headlines. So that's what you're doing, right? You're running all these different experiments, whether it's A/B tests on your site, A/B tests on your email subject lines, A/B tests from an SEO perspective, and you're also kind of testing from an ad copy perspective, and image perspective too. But there's all these different tools out there that are going to help you. And one final thing I'll add is Facebook actually has a library that shows you ads that are out there in the wild, so you can take a look at that too. So these are just a couple things that you can do. Let me know if you think I missed anything, or there's one specific tool that you like, because I like learning about new tools. And also, whatever platform you're on, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, because it does help us grow. I'm very grateful for that, and we'll see you tomorrow.